We're going to get right to it. First and foremost, we always like to give praise and honor to the God of Israel, which is our God of Israel, of our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Praising Jesus, not them. I want to make sure people understand this lesson's going to be real touchy for Israel. I'm going to give you the topic. The topic is head covering. Head covering. It's a very serious topic in the nation of Israel because they have this thing where women need to be covered once they come into congregation with their heads covered. They have this thing that men should not cover their head when they're praying and prophesying. Women should cover their head when they're praying and prophesying. So you're going to encounter some people, especially Hebrews, who tell you that you can't have a hat on in the congregation, or women should be covered. So I want to try to break this down so people understand what is going on with head covering. Because don't get confused by this, because when we first started this, we used to, I used to have my wife and kids have their head covered and everything. There's nothing wrong with anybody wearing a head cover. And we're going to show you that in the scriptures. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And the only way you can really understand this if you read out the book. You got a lot of Israelites go to the 1 Corinthians chapter 11, that's the first scripture you're going to go to, and try to establish women need to be covered, men shouldn't wear head covering once they're praying and prophesying. So we're going to break this down so you'll understand what's going on with this head cover. Like I said, no disrespect to none of my teachers, because I'm not going to throw the baby out with the bathwater, if you understand what I'm saying. Everybody in each camp don't do things the same. Understand, some won't let their women wear pants in the church. Period. Some won't do the same, but you can't get sidetracked off the little smaller thing.
Exactly.
One thing Christ said, we deal with the weightier matters of the law about salvation, but I want to touch on this because I know y'all going to encounter it, which is head cover. We're going to turn to 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 1, where it all started. We're going to kind of be out and in of this chapter. The head covering is not simply talking about a hat. It's more about authority, who's over you. Everybody have an authority figure over them, for the man and the woman. Everybody. But a lot of people don't know their authority figure. And this is what Christ is showing us, who's over who. And everybody has to report to someone first. And this is the order of command. We're going to start with verse 1 to understand more about this head covering. When you get it, brother, go ahead.
Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ.
Yes, sir.
Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things. Keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you.
Yes, sir.
But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
Yes, sir.
And the head of a woman is the man. And the head of Christ is God.
So he's giving the order of command. These are the head. The head of Christ is God. The head of woman is man. The head of man is Christ. That's the order of command. But when you read verse 4, go ahead and read verse 4.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
Automatically, most people's minds go, okay, you shouldn't have a hat on. If you're a man, you shouldn't have a hat on when you're praying or prophesying. That's not what it's talking about. That's not what it's talking about. There's nothing wrong with you having a hat on at all. And I'm going to show you, dealing with the priests, that they had hats on. Let's go to Exodus chapter 28 to understand that the priests of Israel had to cover their head. Exodus chapter 28 verse 1. a little small, no matter, but it's big. You know how Israel, we strain at a net and swallow a camel. You know what I'm saying? The small thing we strain is strain at. And they only look at the big things like the Sabbath day. Exodus 28 verse 1. If you don't understand how the priesthood set up, who were the priests, and what their jobs were, and how they handled themselves inside the office of priesthood, the ministry, you won't get it when you go into the New Testament. You won't. You got to go back to refer to the old to understand what he's talking about in the new. Exodus 28, we're going to start at verse 1. Go ahead.
And take thou unto thee Aaron thy brother, and his sons with him, from among the children of Israel.
Yes, sir.
That he may minister unto me in the priest's office, even Aaron, Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar, Aaron's sons.
These are Aaron's sons. They were the high priests. They were the priests inside of the office. They did the ministry of the priesthood. Go ahead.
And thou shalt make holy garments for Aaron thy brothers, for glory and for beauty.
So they had garments, they had outfits they put on. Go ahead.
And thou shalt speak unto all that are wise-hearted, whom I have filled with the spirit of wisdom.
Yes, sir.
That they may make Aaron's garments to consecrate him, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office.
So he's going through the garments, what they wore. This is the attire that they wore as being the priest inside of the temple. Go ahead.
And these are the garments which they shall make: a breastplate, and an ephod, and a robe, and a broaded coat, a myrtle, and a girdle.
A mitre and a girdle.
And they shall make holy garments for Aaron thy brother and his sons, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office.
So they had, I want to focus on the mitre. The mitre is what they wore on their head as being the priest inside of the temple. They had to have this on. Jump down to verse 37. Show you what I'm talking about. We got to understand this, because when you go in the New Testament, you read some stuff without even understanding how the priesthood was set up, you'll think, oh, he's supposed to have supposed to have a hat on when he's praying and prophesying. But these are the priests, which are the preachers in Israel, their garments, their attire, what they're supposed to wear. And focus on this mitre. Mitre is something that covers the head. Let's see. Verse 37, go ahead.
And thou shalt put it on a blue lace, that it may be upon the mitre. Upon the forefront of the mitre it shall be.
Go ahead.
And it shall be upon Aaron's forehead, that Aaron may bear the iniquity of the holy things, which the children of Israel shall hallow in all their holy gifts. And it shall be always upon his forehead, that they may be accepted before the Lord.
He said this mitre should be always upon his head. The preachers that was inside of the temple, always, they wore head covering. I just can't understand how you go in 1 Corinthians chapter 11 saying that a man, he cannot wear a head covering inside of a church. Or he can't preach or prophesy inside of the church if he got his head covered. Now we do this out of respect, not wearing hats in here, just so we won't be a stumbling block to people until they understand what's going on. But I want to make sure you understand. When you read in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3 or 4, it's talking about a different head cover. We're going to break down this head cover. But to go to Exodus chapter 29, the same book, and start with verse 1, we're going to see it again. He said, you're supposed to wear this always. Ain't no time out for that. Always upon your forehead. Where your forehead at? Right here. Go ahead. Verse 1, we're going to jump to 5. Go ahead.
And this is the thing that thou shalt do unto them, to hallow them.
Yes, sir.
To minister unto me in the priest's office.
Yes, sir.
Take one young bullock and 2 rams without blemish.
So this is what he must do. Tell him about the minister inside the priest's office. Jump down to verse 5. Go ahead.
And thou shalt take the garment and put upon Aaron the coat, and the robe of the ephod, and the breastplate, and gird him with the curious girdle of the ephod.
Yes, sir.
And thou shalt put the mitre upon his head, and put the holy crown upon the mitre.
So you got a mitre on the head and the crown that the priest wore while they was inside of the church or the temple. I know most people out there in the Hebrew camp saying, well, they're just talking about the priest. No, you can pray and prophesy with your head covered. Let's look at David. Let's go to 2 Samuel chapter 15, verse 13. 2 Samuel. We're going to deal with fringes a little later on too, but not this lesson. 2 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 13. Now a lot of people say, well, they're just talking about the priest. That's what the priest supposed to wear. That's their attire. They ain't supposed to put a head covering on. But they ain't talking about everybody else. Let's see. Will God hear your prayer if you got your head covered as a man? He's not talking about that. Not talking about a hat. He's not talking about that at all. I'm just giving you the garments. I'm giving you what they wore on top of their head to let you know it's not talking about a hat. Because if it was talking about a hat, the priest would not have hats on their head, or mitres, or crowns. And people got to understand this. Verse 13. Now this is the time when David had a little trouble inside his household with his son Absalom. We don't go in detail and all about what happened to Absalom, but I'm going to tell you a little brief description of what's going on and why they were battling against each other. Absalom was mad because his brother raped his sister and David didn't do nothing about it. So he went on a war path against David. But David did something that Absalom didn't do, which is he didn't reject his head cut. But let's look at this real close. Let's go to start with verse 13. See what's going on here. Go ahead.
And there came a messenger to David, saying, the hearts of the men of Israel are after Absalom.
Now they're talking about Absalom. Now David was the king. Everybody loved David. But when Absalom started rising up, they started favoring him. They were favoring him. And they was gearing up a war against David. And David said, look, man, I got to make sure I pray to the Lord to see what's going on. So he didn't want to kill his son. He knew what his brother did was wrong, but he was trying to figure out a way that he won't have to kill him. But God took care of all that. Go ahead.
And David said unto all his servants that were with him at Jerusalem, arise, and let us flee, for we shall not else escape from Absalom.
Yes, sir.
Make speed to depart, lest he overtake us suddenly.
See what he said? He said, we ain't going to escape. Let's flee from this lest he overtake us. Because he was coming for David. And David didn't want to harm him. That was his son. But go ahead.
And bring evil upon us, and smite the city with the edge of the sword.
You talking about smite, you talking about kill the city, kill everything in there. Go ahead.
And the king's servant said unto the king, behold, thy servant are ready to do whatsoever my lord the king shall appoint.
You're like, king, we ready, David. Let's get it on. But he didn't want to do it that way. He didn't want to war against him, war against his son. So he went to God. He went to God and prayed to him first. He went to his head cover. Now jump down to verse 30. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm trying to make sure you understand that it's not just, okay, God is not going to hear you because you got your head covered. That's what a lot of people think. When you pray and prophesy, you got your head covered, he won't hear you. That's not true. We're going to see what David did when he needed God to hear his prayer. Let's see if he heard it. Verse 30, go ahead.
And David went up by the absence of Mount Olive, and wept as he went up.
He was weeping as he went up because he didn't want to war against his son. He knew what went down was wrong. But listen what David did. Go ahead.
And had his head covered.
Had his what covered?
His head.
Go ahead.
And he went barefoot, and all the people that was with him covered every man his head. And they went up weeping as they went up.
So all the men covered their head weeping as they went up. let's see what they did when they had their head covered. Go ahead.
And one told David, saying, Ahithophel is among the conspirators with Absalom.
Yes, sir.
And David said, O Lord, I pray thee, turn the counsel of Ahithophel into foolishness.
See, Ahithophel was David's counselor. He was the one that David went to talk to him about different matters in the kingdom. But everybody went with Absalom, even his counselor, which is Ahithophel. So David said, man, I got to pray to the Lord. Pray to the Lord. Because everybody pretty much turned against me. But when he prayed to the Lord, he had his head covered when he's praying. And all his men had his head covered. Let's see that God answered his prayer. Let's go to 2 Samuel chapter 17 and verse 1. He said, turn all this counsel, the counsel of Ahithophel, into foolishness. Now he had his head covered when he was praying. Let's see what happened. Verse 1. 2 Samuel chapter 17 and verse 1. Go ahead.
Moreover, Ahithophel said unto Absalom, let me now choose out 12,000 men,
Yes, sir.
and I will arise and pursue after David this night.
See, this is what the counselor said. But David prayed to the Lord to tell him to make his counsel foolish. But this cat right here was advising Absalom to go sleep with David's concubines first. It's a lot of stuff that he did. I mean, he was sleeping with his concubine, all his wives and everything. Then now he's telling him to pursue him by night to take David over. But go ahead.
Verse 2. And I will come upon him while he is weary and weak-handed, and I will make him afraid, and all the people that are with him shall flee. And I will smite the king only.
See, this is the conversation that him and his counselor had. This is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to come up on him so make him weary. I'm going to sneak up on him. Go ahead.
And I will bring back all the people unto thee. The man whom thou seekest is as if all return. So all the people shall be in peace.
Go ahead.
And the saying pleased Absalom well, and all the elders of Israel.
See, this is the conversation that he had. This is what David prayed to God to turn all his counsel to foolishness. It's foolish to come up against King David. David was a fierce warrior. Fierce. He'll take you out. But God answered his prayer. He said, all right, I'm going to turn him foolishly. Let's see what happened to Absalom. 2 Samuel chapter 18, verse 8. Now he coming up to war with David. Because his counselor told him to do that. They agreed upon it and it pleased him. You still understanding when David prayed, he prayed with a head covered on. We're going to see if God answered his prayer. See if you listen to him. Verse 8, go ahead.
For the battle was there scattered over the face of all the country. And the wood devoured more people that day than the sword devoured.
Yes, sir.
And Absalom met the servant of David, and Absalom rode upon a mule.
So Absalom riding upon a mule, going to war with David. Going to war with David, and it was a fierce war, and he would ride upon a mule. Let's see what happened to him. Go ahead.
And the mule went under the thick broth of a great oak, and his head caught hold of the oak, and he was taken up between the heaven and the earth.
Yes, sir.
And the mule that was under him went away.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
And a certain man saw it, and told Joab, and said, Behold, I saw Absalom hang in an oak.
God killed him just like that. He riding a horse, whatever, oak caught him up on his neck, and he killed him. Because he turned that counsel away. That counsel, he turned his counsel, Ahithophel, to foolishness, to come up on him. He said, okay, you come up on him. He didn't have to lay a hand on him at all. At all. He riding and got his neck caught up in the brush of a tree and killed him just like that. So God answered his prayer with his head covering on. But it's much more than we talking about a head cover. Let's go back to 1 Corinthians chapter 11. I know I ain't put that on, but we go back to it. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, and verse 4. See, David had his head covering, which was Christ. He prayed to the Lord. After the head covering, he prayed to his man. And his man, which is Ahithophel, went to tell him stuff that wasn't even of the Lord. And look what his last, look what happened to him. He died. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, we're going to start with verse 3. Go ahead.
But I will have you to know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God.
Wait, can we read that again? Go ahead, read that again, verse 3.
Chapter 11, right?
Yeah,
Verse
read
3.
it again.
Okay. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ,
Yes, sir.
and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God.
That is the order of command. Then when you read down to here, go ahead.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
Now we understand that before man, who's before man? Christ. Jesus. He's before man. So you can't cover him. Anytime you're making a decision on your life or your family life, you got to consult the book before you make a decision. I took you through those examples to show you that it's not talking about a hat. It's not talking about a man covering his head. He's talking about Christ you cover, meaning that you're going out what you think, what you feel, or anybody else counsel. And the guy, Absalom, killed. But David lived because he went to the Lord. He prayed to the Lord. He didn't cover his head. Let me show you now. Let's go to John chapter 10, verse 1. Jesus is the only way, he's the only door that we got to go through to get some answers. Everybody wants to surpass Jesus. You can't surpass him. He's the only God we ever known. He's the only God that's before the Father. That's between the Father and us. We got to go through him. If you come to him any other way, you come up as a thief and a robber. Meaning that you're going through Elijah Muhammad, you're going through Buddha, or you're going through Sun Yat Moon, you're going through all these different type of people that they say is supposed to be the Messiah. It got to go through Christ. He's our head cover, especially as a man. We're dealing with the men right now. We're going to deal with the women. We're going to read verse 1. Let me show y'all. You got to go through Christ. He's the only way. Go ahead.
Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber.
You talking about the sheepfold? You talking about the church. The fold, meaning that his sheep, any other people come to him without going through this sheepfold? Go ahead.
But he that entereth in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep.
Yes, sir. You got in what door? What door is he talking about? Jump down to verse 7. Let's see what he's talking about. Go ahead.
Then said Jesus unto them again, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep.
Yes, sir. He said he's the door of the sheep. When you praying, you got to go through Christ. Then he's going to send the comforter to you to help you. You got to go through him. But most people take advice from everybody else besides his book and besides Christ. He's man's head covering. He's everybody's head covering, really, but he got a chain of command that you have to go through. You can't break that chain. You can't break that order of command. But go ahead.
Verse 8. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers.
Yes, sir.
But the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pasture.
He's the door. He's the head covering, not a hat. Not a hat. He's going to hear you if you acknowledge his ways. His ways. Because we showed you with the priests. They had a mitre and a crown on. We showed you with David. He's not even of the priest tribe. He's from the tribe of Judah. He had a head covering on. So you got to make sure you understand what's going on. That's why I took you back and showed you how the priesthood was set up. He's talking about Christ. Go ahead.
Verse 10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill
Yes, sir.
and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly.
Who is coming? Jesus. He's the I am that comes. And that's what most people don't understand when you're dealing with the Bible. They try to, like Brother LC was talking about this morning, they said Jesus only came through Mary. He was born through Mary. Jesus has been back here from the beginning. Let me show you something right here. This is our head covering as a man. Christ. We got to make sure we do that because we're leaders of our family. Let's go to John chapter 8 and verse 48. Same book, just flip one back. This head covering that people are missing or don't understand. They think, well, if I put the head on, man, God ain't gonna hear you. Them angels gonna come at me.
That's right.
For women. Then the man, if I don't take this hat off, I'm gonna be in violation. No, he's talking about the head covering, which is Christ. Which is Christ. He's the one that door. He's the one. John chapter 8, we're gonna start at verse 48. Is when Jesus was talking to the Jews. He always had a problem with the Jews. Always want to discredit him from who he is. Go ahead.
Then answered the Jews and said unto him, Say we not well that thou art a Samaritan, and has a devil?
This is what they tell Jesus. Just like Israel today, you tell them to keep the Sabbath, you tell them to keep the dietary law. Say, man, you got a devil. You a Muslim, ain't you? Same thing to do with Christ. We read it out the Bible and tell them what honors God. The Sabbath, the dietary law, his holy days, all this stuff honor him. But they dishonor the head of man, which is Christ, in his word, by not following it. Go ahead.
Jesus answered, I have not a devil, but I honor my Father, and ye do dishonor me.
See what I'm saying? Jesus said, I'm going to honor my Father, but you dishonor me. This Lord, he came and died for Israel and all the world. But they dishonor him. Why? Because they did acknowledge the head covering of man, which is following his word. He's the way. He's the light. He's the door. He's the one that's going to get us salvation. The only one. Because the Father ain't got nothing to do with us, period. Not yet. I'm going to show you that. He ain't never dealt with man at all. Period. Go ahead.
Verse 50. And I seek not mine own glory. There is one that seeketh and judges.
Yes, sir.
Verily, verily, I say unto you, if a man keep my sayings, he shall never see death.
See, that's what he messed up when Jesus said, if a man told the Jew, if a man keep my saying, that's when he kept freaked out. Go ahead.
Then said the Jews unto him, Now we know that thou hast a devil. Abraham is dead and the prophets, and thou sayest, if a man keep my saying, he shall never taste of death.
He said, man, Jesus, you crazy. You only 30-something years old. How you going to say if a man keep your saying? But they didn't understand that Christ was the one that Abraham, Adam, all of them were talking to. Jesus was talking to them. When you tell a person in the world that, oh, the Father was in the Old Testament, but Jesus came in the New Testament, you dishonor Christ. And I'm going to show you that. You dishonor the head. Go ahead.
Are thou greater than our father Abraham?
This is a question they asked me. You greater than our father Abraham? Go ahead.
Which is dead, and the prophets are dead. Whom makest thou thyself?
Yes, sir.
Jesus answered, If I honor myself, my honor is nothing. It is my Father that honoreth me, of whom ye say that he is your God.
See, Jesus is going back to the headship that Paul was talking about in 1 Corinthians chapter 11. Jesus honored his head, which is the Father. He telling them, you ain't honoring me. I'm your head. You saying I got a devil. Go ahead.
Yet ye have not known him, but I know him. And if I should say I know him not, I shall be a liar like unto you. But I know him and keep his saying.
So he said, you a liar. You don't even you're not listening to what I'm telling you. I'm the one that grants you salvation. The only one. But you dishonoring me. Christ gonna throw him for a loop with this one. Go ahead.
Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day, and he saw it and was glad.
Them Jews said, man, you talking about you seen Abraham? You ain't understand Jesus was 33 years old before he died. And then he said he seen Abraham. We talking about this way back in the Old Testament.
That's right.
Listen to what they say. Go ahead.
57. Then said the Jews